Welcome to African Culture and Nature YouTube channel with me, Adon Jacqueline Nyaluo. Well, today we are bringing you our African traditional means of transport, what we used to use back in the days, and it is none other than the bicycle, Galilao in my language. In the Cholil sub-region, it is Lela. In the Buganda, it is Gali. That is what we used to use back in the days as a means of transport. A bicycle was introduced in Uganda in 1903 by the colonial government, and later to the Buganda courts. It was given to chiefs and the kings as a means of transport. Originally, bicycles were a mark of prestige. It was only for the rich people to own a bicycle. Talking of the bicycle being given to the chiefs and kings, the first man in the Lao sub-region to own a bicycle was Rod Ichaya Ogwanguji. He was a chief. He was the first man to own a bicycle in the all of Lao sub-region, and that's because probably it was given by the British government back then. We had types of bicycles back in the days. Do you remember Humber? We had Humber, we had Jupiter, we had Raleigh, and then we had Sci-Fi. But I remember the Road Master King, that was in the 80s and 90s. And then we had Phonics. Those are the types of the bicycles that you had back in the days now. They were used as a means of transport to long distances, even short distances. People would ride even up to Kampala, by the way, a distance of maybe 1,000 kilometers. They would ride a bicycle, not in one day though. They would maybe take a week or 5 days. And we also use bicycles to go to the gardens that are far away from home in long distance. You'd use a bicycle to go and visit relatives. We use them for fetching water and carrying heavy load. That is what we'd use bicycles for. Then in the Lao sub-region, both men and women ride bicycles. There is no discrimination. I know of certain tribes where women are not allowed to ride bicycles, like in the Central region, in the Buganda, women are not allowed to ride bicycles. It is in their culture. But in my culture, we don't have a problem with riding bicycles. Actually, women ride bicycles a lot to go to gardens, to bring water from far distances. We use the bicycles to do that. This particular type that I have is called Galilao. A bicycle is called Gali. But recently now we have sports bikes, which are a bit smaller and they don't carry load. They don't have carriers as well. Like this one has a carrier. This is Galilao, which is a traditional bicycle back in the days. And the bicycles also came in sizes. There was size 26, size 24, size 22. How you would differentiate the sizes was from this part here. The one which was 26, this part was a bit longer. This particular type of bicycle is size 24, and size 22 is slightly smaller. So this is my bicycle. This is what we used to use for as a means of transport in the African traditional society, and it replaced the carriers. Remember, the chiefs and kings were carried. People, the subjects, we call them subjects, would carry them on the shoulders. They would put a carrier. So bicycles came in and it replaced them. So this is what we have for today. Our African traditional society, one of the first means of transport that we have. I'm going to ride my bicycle. We still ride bicycles up to today. We have though now the modern sports bikes that most people own, but we also have our bicycle, Gali John. This is mine. I'm going to ride. And before that, thank you so much for watching African Culture YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us and share. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. This particular bike, this is a sports bike. It's different from the other bicycles that we had back in the days, which in my language is Galilao. This is a sports bike and it is slightly smaller compared to the traditional bicycles, which are big. And by the way, there are also wooden bicycles. The first bicycles to come into Uganda were wooden. And then later now they brought the metal. Now this is a sports bike. Now there's a difference, you can see it, it's slightly smaller compared that. It has no carrier, so there's no way you can use this one for carrying load. It's just for transporting yourself and maybe for a form of exercise. Thank you.